What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of NAS100 analysis. Today we're just going to go over what we talked about last week, as well as some of the moves that I think is going to be taking place for this week, and that is going to be week commencing the 25th of September, right? And we're going to see exactly what kind of moves we are expecting, how I'm going to navigate it, and some of the concepts that I've come up with that I would like to share with you. All right. And also in saying that, it's super important that you also take this information down, note it down as well. It's really important that I am not a financial advisor. I am not giving you financial advice. Everything you do, if you use the information on this channel to make moves on the market, that is all on you. So whether it goes good or it goes bad, that's on you. That's your responsibility. That's not my responsibility. I'm just sharing with you some of the ideas as to how I like to navigate the market. I'm not on here trying to tell you how you should be doing things. I'm just sharing with you how I like to do things. That's it. What you take from it is what you take from it. So with that covered, we are going to get straight into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do today is I'm going to bring in the separator to separate the weeks. I've been doing that all the way through this level over here, and as you can see, we're going to do the same thing again, just so that we can kind of have an idea as to what we're looking for, what we're not looking for, and it will help you follow along in terms of what I'm saying, not saying, and all the rest of it, right? So first, we've got our little separator here, and we're just going to lock that in place. So week commencing the 11th of September is this right here. Week commencing the 11th of September right here. Okay, right? And it was kind of 50-50 through, but we managed to get this move on the Friday all the way from here down here. So that was perfect. And then we also had a really good trading week this week as well. Okay, so I'm going to cover that, what it is that I was able to get, and explain that to you as well. But some of the things that I spoke about in my last week's video, okay, are the key things that had you been looking out for them, you'd be winning too. So I'm expecting all of you in the chat to be like, yeah, you know what, we got some gains, because it's really easy to follow along, right, if you know what to look for and how to look for them. So just to recap on last week. So last week, if you go into the last video, right, the last video that I did before this one, you will notice here that I mentioned the key levels in terms of the weekly lows being taken out, as well as the weekly highs being taken out. And I mentioned that in the coming week, so when I did the video for last week, which was for the Monday the 18th, right, I was saying if a weekly low or a weekly high is taken out, that will give us an indicator to let us know what market is planning to do, right? We had the weekly low that was taken out. We had two weekly lows that was taken out this week, or last week just gone, right? Week commencing the 18th. That's this week right here, okay? And because we had that move, it was relatively easy to make a couple gains in terms of the direction the market moved in, right? And I pull it all there so you can go back and check out the video, because like I say, these videos, I record them on the Sunday evening, right? On the Sunday, well, not Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon, right? And I kind of just pull it out there, but it depends on how long it takes for me to upload it, right? Because my internet is not great where I am, right? So once I've uploaded it, it's all there, right? And what takes place in the future is what takes place in the future. So week commencing the 25th is all here. This is week commencing the 25th. There's nothing there. It's all blank. All blank. Nothing is taking place, right? So that's how that is. So I mentioned, okay, if it breaks a low, this is what to expect. If it breaks a high, this is what to expect. We had a low that was taken out, naturally, all of this, and I got all of this, my friends. All of this whole move from here to down here, I got it all. There is no need for me to deceive you, because like I said, I laid out the rules very early on in the last week's video as to what to expect. And if these rules are broken, this is what I was going to do. And the rules was broken. It broke over here, right? So the rule was broken over here. So once I saw that this weekly low was taken out over here and it pushed down, I was kind of tempted to get involved, but I didn't, and I waited for it to push up. When it pushed up, it was hugging this major level right here, Okay, so soon as it started to show that it was wanting to break down, that's when we started to see these big wicks. So we had a bullish candle, right? But we had a strong wick to the upside. So it's kind of like a floating balloon. So think of it as a balloon with a little wick coming down. That's not the name of it. It's probably a hammer or something like that, right? I don't really care too much for these names because they're just to confuse you. But that's how I saw it anyway. So I saw this bullish candle pushing up. Okay, so he's pushed up and he gave a really strong wick downwards. Once I saw that, I knew that this was going to break. And the reason why I say that, because this wick punched all the way through and closed below these swing lows right here. Okay, I wasn't too concerned about this one over here. I was just concerned if this one was going to be taken out, because I already had the first signal, which was the weekly low had been taken out. So that had already happened. It happened twice. So sorry, it happened over here, right? So once it did, it happened over here. So once it did, I knew that, okay, I need to be looking for a sell now. So as soon as we had this wick push up, I jumped in on this one right here. So I jumped in on this one right here and I held it. I held it for 2 days, right? I held it for 2 days and I got the reward for my patience, and it went all the way down and hit my TP, and my TP was targeting this weekly low over here. So that was where my TP was. It was sitting right here, right? And then we flew all the way down and he gave me that, and then it went up. I was tempted to get back in again, but because it was a Friday and I'd already gotten my gains on the Thursday, I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to monitor the situation on the Friday, and then we'll just start making moves once again on the Monday, or we start looking for opportunities from the Monday this week commencing the 25th, right? So with all of that covered now, we're just going to get straight into moves for next week. So let's just lock this off, get rid of that, and let's just get rid of this signal line as well, because you don't need that anymore, right? And we're going to keep the lows in place because the lows are still useful, right? And the 3 touches that I was looking for, guess what? We got it. So that was the 3rd touch over here, but it did not push up, right? Because remember, the 4th touch, so 3 touches, and then it's going to do something. So it's either 3 touches on this side and then 3 touches on the upside. That basically lets you know there's a lot of confusion going on, and market could go either way. But on the 3rd touch, soon as it started to show that it was preparing to break down, and it gave us this close below the weekly low, which was on a Tuesday, I knew, right, with a certain degree of confidence, not 100%, just a good amount of confidence, that price was going to break down, and I needed to start preparing for an entry for this drop that was yet to arrive. And the drop arrived. It arrived on the Wednesday, and then it flew all the way down, and it gave us a lot of nice gains from Wednesday up until Thursday, and that was a fantastic result. So I know I've repeated that again, but I just like the fact that obviously I made it happen. So I'm really happy with the results I got on that day. So now we're going to get straight back into the business of next week. So what to expect for next week. So first, I want to bring this back a bit, because this weekly low is targeting last week, that week over there. So we don't really want that too far forward. Other than that, it's just going to confuse the whole situation. Actually, no, as a matter of fact, it's not. It's actually fine where it is. Let me put it right back. Okay, just put that right back, so we can get it straight. Okay, that's good enough. So what we have over here is we have the weekly high of last week, and that will be week commencing the 18th. So that's the weekly high right here, right? So let's just put a nice little label on that. So we got the weekly high right there, and then we have the weekly low. And once again, folks, like I said earlier, all I am waiting for is one of these levels to be taken out, right? That's all I'm waiting for, because this formula is working very, very, very well, right? I've just been collecting wins all the way throughout. It is definitely is working for me. If you understand how to use the weekly highs, the opening highs and the opening lows of the day and of the week and of the month, you stand a very, very, very good chance of making big gains, and also most importantly, market structure as well. So things is working out really, really, really well. My system is proving really good, so I'm sticking with it, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you, because like I said, I do the work, I bring it to you. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not giving you financial advice, I'm just sharing with you what is working for me, and then you look at that. If it makes sense to you, naturally you follow it, right? And another thing as well that I also wanted to add for the viewers that may not be aware, okay, this is how I actually trade, right? This is how I actually trade. There are no indicators. I used to use the RSI, I used to use the MACD, I used to use the moving averages, right? Once upon a time, I was playing around with the Lex Argo super trend and a whole bunch of wonderful indicators that he's made. But what I've come to realize is that I am the ultimate indicator. Not to say that I am the ultimate indicator for you. I'm the ultimate indicator for me, in terms of I'm smart enough to know if something is going up or if something is going down. I don't need no extra gizmos to tell me what it is. All I need to know is where's the price now, where is the most likeliest location where price is going to go, right? So because I have that confidence in myself, I don't need no extra gizmos on my screen to help me figure it out. When I was first doing it, yes, I needed it, but now I don't. Now I literally do not, right? I get the structure right, which is draw it out properly, right? How it's supposed to be, without my bias, without my feelings involved, how it actually is, right? And then I can make decisions based off that, and then it just works. So if you go back and watch my videos from early on, you will see that I've slowly transitioned away from indicators, but I was using them in the past. I'm not saying don't use indicators. If it's working for you, by all means stick with it. But me personally, I find that drawing everything out on the screen to kind of figure out where everything is going works a lot better for me than following the indicators, right? So that's that. Now, the second thing that I also want to add is I'm still downward facing and we still have price that has closed. I don't know what happened there, okay? And we still have price that has closed below a major level. So price is now actively settling below this major level now, and he may push down some more or he may bounce up. We've got a couple levels where he may decide he wants to bounce up from, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump into a day real quick. Actually, let me get another chart up that is a bit cleaner. Okay, let's get this one. So this is another nice chart that I've brought up. We're just going to go into the day on this one real quick, just to get an idea as to where everything is, right? And the drawing that you're seeing here, or the scribbles that you're seeing here, is my forecast for the rest of the year in terms of where I think market is going to go. So this is a very long projection of market behavior that you're looking at here right now. So I don't want to get rid of this, but I do want to focus on where market is right now. So we're just going to zoom into this little top part area right here, just to give us an idea, right? And what we can see right here, right now, is that price is now at what we could consider a very strong support level right here. Okay, so this is the support level. This is where price is currently in at the moment. It could push through, or it could then begin to bounce back up again and then do something else, right? Now we have we've got 3 touches on this level right now, okay? So either it's going to break through now and keep pushing downwards, or it's going to start pushing up. My overall vibe on the market remains the same. I am still downward facing, okay? Where it is right now tells me that there's a very good chance price is going to be pushing down, supposing to pushing up. But at the same time, if it bounces off this level, right, I may briefly be holding a bullish position just to ride it to the upside should it decide to go up. And then once it gets to a level where I feel it's going to start breaking down from, I will then begin to start reversing my position. But this is important that we take note of this area, okay? So in my last previous videos, I've been saying that I've been downward facing, but we are at a level right now where price could start to push back up again. I don't know if it's going to push back up. I don't know if it's going to break that down, but all I can do is prepare for the event that it does decide to break down. It's in line with my overall bias, which is me being downward facing. If it starts pushing up, then I make sure that I'm prepared for that. And how are we going to know when price is pushing up or when it's pushing down? Like I said earlier, so I'm just going back to the previous drawing, that the previous screen that I have. So we're just going to go back to the hour. Okay, it's really simple. It will take out a weekly high. That's all it will do. It will take out a weekly high, and then chances are it will do a pullback once it's taken out that weekly high. Once it's taken out that weekly high, okay, and it does the pullback, then we're good. So for example, if price pushes up from this level right now and takes out the weekly high over here, and you decide that you're going to join it immediately, okay, your stop needs to cover this entire move over here, right? Because if it does decide to pull back from the weekly high, you don't know how low it's going to go, and you can't hold stops around these levels over here or these levels over here. You need to hold a big one, right? You need to hold a big one. So that's the thing, is that you have to exercise a certain degree of patience when you're deciding to enter 100% on once a weekly high or a weekly low is broken. Okay, so that will be my advice to you in regards to that, right? I don't know what happened there. A whole bunch of stuff just disappeared. Okay, like I said, my internet is not great at all. It's not great at all, but it is workable. It is workable. We're still able to turn wins with this crappy internet. So yeah, either way, you know what I mean, you work with the tools that you're given. So just before I end this video, there is a guy that left a comment in one of my shorts in regards to the moving average cross. That's one of the main reasons why I actually started talking about indicators, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some indicators, right, that I don't use. So I'm not telling you I'm using indicators. I don't use indicators, right? I mean, I've got a whole bunch of them that I was using in the past, but I don't use indicators. So what I'm going to do is, he's talking about the moving average cross, right? And the moving average cross is an indicator that kind of works in regards to when you get a cross, basically meaning there's a good chance market is going to go your way. So I'm going to set them all up now just to give this guy an idea, and I'm also going to post a link under his comment so that he can come and review this video and see exactly what I'm talking about. So first things first, we're going to set up the moving average. Let's move on. So let's just do 200. Let's see if it likes that. Okay, it likes that. Okay, there we are, 200. Okay, so we've got a 200 there. Got a 200 there. And then let's do visibility, style. Okay, yeah, perfect. Then we do this one as 14, right? And let's go to style, and we're going to make this one red. Actually, no, we're going to make this one black, right? Now, so this is for you, my friend, because you posted that comment in the short video that I did. So this one here is for you. A lot of data is missing from this side. I don't know what the hell is going on with my internet today, but it is what it is. We're just gonna make it happen, right? Now, if you look to see whenever you get across, right? Whenever you get across, so you got a cross here. Let me change the color of this a bit. So let's make this yellow. Let's make the inside yellow as well. Actually, no, wait. Let's change the color a bit. Let's make it red. Okay. So when you get across, right? So when the 200 moving average closes above the 14 moving average, okay, in either direction, either a close below or a close above, it gives you an indication to say that price is moving downwards and you can start selling the market, okay, right? That's if you don't know anything about trading. You're not ready to put in the work that most of us put in regards to really understanding how the market works, but you want to rely on tools, right? Which is nothing wrong with that. You can rely on tools, right? The best tool that I would recommend you rely on is building your own bot. But if you don't have the time or the energy to build a bot and you want to use indicators, I am here to show you how the moving average cross actually works, right? And then you can decide to use that for yourself if you want to. But I always recommend you learn to do the work yourself, and I will show you where this moving average can actually screw you over, right? This moving average cross, because there's tons of videos on how it can help you get paid, which is great, right? And there's also a lot of scenarios and situations where it screws you over, right? Because remember, this is a lagging indicator, right? It's a lagging indicator. So by the time this cross is actually confirmed that it is a cross, it could end up screwing you over, all right? So, okay, so here we are. So here we are. 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 So where you see all these circles are, these are where all the crosses are, where you could have been taking trades as downward facing. Okay, right? So you could have taken a sell up here once you saw it, and then it would have come all the way down. You would have got a bit scared as you got a bit closer to it over here, played with your emotions a little bit, right? And then it continued to push down, and then it comes up, it crosses again, and then you could have put in your entries for a buy. But I don't trust this, right? But if you're interested, I will show it to you. I mean, it's no harm, right? And if you look over here as well, okay, so this trade that we're looking at, so this cross over here, okay, I actually got this trade, right? But let me tell you where I got the trade from. I got it from up here. You would have had to wait. I got it from up here. You would have had to wait for this cross to happen and confirm, and you probably would have got it down there. Right? Okay, but I got it up here. Not a boast, not a brag, just to let you know that it's always better to understand how to read the candles and how to read how it's moving, supposing to relying on a tool, right? Because this indicator is a lagging indicator. It's not live. The price is live, volume is live, and the trend lines that you put on are also live. Everything else is lagging, right? The event happens, then it then shows you some data on it. Okay, so we had the same situation over here as well. We had a cross of the moving averages right here, and then that would have given you a signal to buy all the way up. And this one right here is actually a really good one, right? It's a good one if you got that one. Give you a nice push to the upside. All of this I didn't get. I actually screwed up this area. I tried to sell here somewhere, right, and then I ended up getting screwed, but I got lucky up here a little bit, and it was tiny amount of profits that I took up here. I'm not gonna lie, it was tiny. I closed out of it on this level, then I re-entered again, right, and then I managed to get like a fair decent amount, which was really good, made up for all of my losses anyways, right? And then we have an area of confusion in regards to the moving averages. So you see we got this confusion area over here, then we got another one over here, right? So, and then we got another one over here, and then we had a good one over here. Okay, we had a good one over here, but once again, this one over here, I was able to get that at around this level right here. So I got it at around this level right here. I got all of this thing all the way down on that Friday, 1 day hit. Very, very, very good moves. Really proud of myself for being able to achieve that. Okay, right? But you see where the indicator would have told you to get in, right? You'd have missed all of that, and then it would just give you just that. Okay, right? And then you'd have been hoping and praying that it continues to fall. And because it did, it would have given you more. But this indicator right here is not something that you really, really want to be reliant upon. Like, actually, no, let me take that back. It's up to you. It is up to you. But personally, I think it's important to trust that you have the skills to be able to read all of this, right? All of this. Never doubt your ability to be able to navigate the market by what you're seeing and what you know actually to be taking place, supposing to outsourcing all of that to an indicator. Best thing, if you want to outsource that to an indicator, outsource it to a robot that you have created, an expert advisor, a bot. There is a link in the description. Go down there and get yourself hooked up. All right, so that's that. So I'm going to post this link for this guy, right, to go over and check it out, and I hope it makes sense. All the numbers in terms of how to set all this up is all here. So let me just show you again, right? So we have the inputs for the moving average. So you need a 200 moving average, okay, and you can go as low as you want for the second moving average, depending on how close you want it to be, right? So you can set it to 14, you can set it to 20, or you can set it to 7, right? It just depending on how close you want it to be, right? How accurate you want it to be. But in all fairness, it's never accurate just because it's a lagging indicator, right? So that's that for you. So go review that. If you still want to follow along and use the indicators, by all means, I've given you the best possible guide as to how to go about doing that. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck with that setup. Now, just to recap on this video, just to recap on what we've covered so far. Okay, so what we've covered so far is we're following the same rules that we've been following as we've been drawing out all of these separators, right, as we've been moving forward, which is we're waiting for a weekly low or a weekly high to be taken out, because that will give us an idea as to the actual genuine direction of the market, where market truly wants to go, right? So I'm just cleaning all this up now, making sure, because we are using this chart and I don't want anything there that's not really helping. Okay, I think that was when I was explaining some stuff to you guys. So let's just get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this as well, because we don't need these bubbles anymore. Yep, and it's hit safe. Okay. So what we're waiting for next week, right? For next week is we want to see either this high here get taken out or this low here get taken out. And if you're itchy fingers, you want to get in as early as possible, then we want to use the high and the low of the Friday, right, to help us decide what may take place on the Monday next week, the 25th. So let me just draw a little box around this, right? So the low of that day is exactly the same as the weekly low, right? So it's the same level, which is, get that done, which is 14,667.3, right? And the daily high for that day, for the Friday is, just put that there, daily high is 14,858.7. Okay, right? So if we get one of these taken out, it's going to give us an idea as to what direction market wants to move in. And remember, it is at a key level. It's at a key support level on the day, right? So because we know it's currently at that level right now, right, we need to decide what we're going to do. So it breaking past this level on a Monday or a Tuesday I think it will definitely make me confident enough to believe that price is possibly pushing up. It may go as high as 15,266.5, right, which is a major level. It may actually do that if it takes out the Friday high, either on a Monday or on a Tuesday. I would expect it to go that high, right? If it takes out the low, then I know that it's got way more dropping to do. And what do? We lock it in and we get off the screen. That's what we do, right? So with all of that covered, my awesome people from all around the world, I want to thank you for coming over to watch another episode of NAS100 analysis today. And I wish you all the best in your trades for next week, right? And I will see you in the next video. So until then, happy trading and abundance to you all. And this is Pips and Points signing out. Don't know how long this